I beg to make a mention of item 8 of the hearing list. But here I am praying for some time. My lord, I was to, my lord, affidavit was in fact ready, my lord. But when I went through the notification which was given, my lord, when carefully reading the notification, my lord, it pertains to a different section. So I reverted back to the department, my lord. So, but the concerned officer was out of station. So I will require for some time.
Is that RTE matter?
Yes, my lord, RTE matter. One confirmation is there, my lord, but the because one confirmation that is okay, no problem. But with regard to the other issue, my lord, tribunal issue, so I'm praying for some time, my lord.
Yeah, even I am saying that even that RT rules also that and Meghalaya Education Act, because what I was saying that because as per Meghalaya Education Act, the power lies with the managing committee. That is the only intention.
No, the only thing is this: this court has made a query as to whether these tribunals have been constituted or
as
not.
per the RT, yes.
My lord, I got a notification.
So that notification has to be.
I got a notification wherein it was stated the tribunal is there. But careful reading of the section, my lord, it pertains to a different section.
Okay.
So I have asked them to kindly specify with regard to this section.
Because if the tribunal is there, then your first option is to go before the tribunal. Anyway, so how long?
I'll pray for 2 weeks.
On prayer made by Mr. K.P. Bhattacharya J, seeking some more time to file the relevant affidavit, bringing on record the relevant notification, which could not be done so today. Matter is adjourned. This is a matter of 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
My please, Lordship, I beg to mention, Lordship will recollect regarding the Langlin Sameship matter. Petitioner was Mr. Simeon. Lordship has heard the matter on the 23rd November, 23rd September, and reserved for judgment, and whereby the writ petitioner challenged his suspension and the appointment of the acting chief. I am representing the acting chief in the inquiry process. Now, Lordship passed some status quo order. We say that we are allowed to function, so we are supposed to function. Now, the petitioner himself, he is claiming one hand, and in the other side, my lord, he is participating in the inquiry proceedings, in filing show cause. These are subsequent development after Lordship gave the matter for judgment. So, if Lordship permits, matter will be listed tomorrow, and we will bring on record the latest development that may be helpful for your Lordship consideration.
But the subsequent, matter has been.
It's already heard.
Your Lordship has heard the matter, right?
Judgment is reserved.
Yes.
Judgment may take time, may not take time. That's beside the point. So subsequent development, it might queer the pitch.
Right. Only the problem is there is a complete deadlock in the Langlin Sameship. No one can function in that way. That is the problem.
So I think, if I understand correctly, once the matter has been reserved for judgment,
Yes.
then you cannot go back to the file.
Right.
And
the previous one.
And modify the status quo order or whatever.
Only my prayer is to bring on record the subsequent development that taking place from the same impunity process.
How will that help you? How will that help the parties?
Lordship, if I may submit, Lordship, by the writ petition, we have the basis of the writ petition. One of the prayer that we have challenged is the inquiry itself. The initiation of the inquiry itself has been challenged in the writ petition. Now, bring on record that inquiry will not have any.
No, but then if that is the case, then why have you participated? You are the CM.
I am the suspended CM, Lordship.
And he is participating. He is filing the show cause.
Lordship, but there is no stay order or to that effect whereby the inquiry should be stayed or anything.
In that case, he should not prevent me.
So far as the inquiry proceedings is concerned, it's only for fixing for filing of show cause. That is the only stage. No further proceedings has been proceeded.
If I understand properly, under the status quo order passed by my lord, if Lordship passed the status quo order, my friend is not supposed to participate in the inquiry proceeding. The status quo is to be maintained. And my lord, I may not be also functioning as a acting chief. Now, in one hand, he said that status quo order is there. In inquiry proceeding, I am functioning. I am participating. But whereas when I come forward to function as acting,
Yes, yes,
no,
I
you are not allowed to. Because of that complete deadlock is there.
But Lordship, one your
that is
Lordship
the
holds that
difference.
the inquiry itself is vitiated, or perhaps the process
The only,
itself is vitiated.
the only request by this court is if you can wait for a while,
Lordship.
perhaps in a week or two, but you see, judgment will be passed and then you take a call
Take
from there.
its own course, Lordship. Lordship.
So let's leave it at that,
Lordship.
so that we'll not complicate the issue.
Lordship. Lordship.
I know.
Please, Lordship. Beg to make mention for item 9, Your Lordship.
14 is also there.
And 9 and 14, Your Lordship.
And what's your
Mr. Lordship, Mrs. D. Thaba, Your Lordship, is still in hospital, Your Lordship. Not been able to come.
mention has been made on behalf of the petitioner seeking adjournment on the ground that the learned conducting counsel, Mr. D. Thaba, is under treatment in the hospital and could not appear before this court today. On the same not being objected to by the respondent, matter is adjourned. This is after 2 weeks. So that will be for 9 and 14.
9 and 14, madam. Obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 13, Lordship. Let this matter must become after 2 weeks, Lordship, due to personal difficulties, Lordship.
Pray made by the appellant. This is matter after 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
May I please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 10. I'm appearing on behalf of Mr. Day. Due to some personal difficulties, he is not available, Your Lordship. I'm praying for 2 weeks' time.
I'm for the petitioner, Lordship, no objection, Lordship.
You are for respondent.
Respondent 1 and 2.
Pray made by respondent 1 and 2. Seeking adjournment on grounds of personal difficulty of the learned standing counsel, JCDC, and the same not be objected to by petitioner. Matter is adjourned. This is same after 2 weeks.
Similar prayer for item number 10, Your Lordship, item number 15. For this, we need some more time to prepare, Your Lordship.
4 weeks.
2 weeks' time, Your Lordship.
Paperwork, everything ready.
Yes, already I have submitted.
On pray made by the appellant, this is matter after 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
But I was praying for some time for item number 11, my lord, which is Jai on the other side.
That is with regards to that promotion, my lord. DPC instructions has to get from that.
On pray made by the respondent, Union of India, the same not objected to by petitioner. That is adjourned. This is the after
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Please, Your Lordship.
Yes, Mr. Sagar, tell me.
Lordship, beg to mention item number 12, Your Lordship. Green Valley Industries, Lordship. Lordship, in this matter, Lordship, the scheme, the result of the said scheme is still not out, Lordship. As prayed earlier also, Lordship. There's an amnesty scheme wherein the petitioner has applied for the benefit of that scheme, Lordship. And the results are still not out. So, if the Lordship may kindly adjourn this matter for the time being.
On pray made by the petitioner, the same not objected to by respondent. This is matter after 3 weeks.
4 weeks, sir.
4 weeks.
Daily costless, item number 1.
Oh, my lord, this matter may be taken up after 2 weeks. This also arising from the same Langrin same ship. But this is the first petition.
Ought to have come in fractures.
They prefer appeal against lordship order. and that appeal also closed, my lord. So for today, my lord, my appeal matter may come after 2 weeks, my lord.
So you prefer appeal against which order?
My lord, they raised the question of we filed this writ petition after 7 months of from the date of filing the passing the impunity order. The district council take the plea that I came before this court after so much delay. So they raised the question of delay in ledges. So Lordship will allow all of us to submit the argument, filing the court so, and Lordship passed the judgment and said 7 months, there is no delay. Writ court has every right to entertain it. Against that, they file an appeal later on. That appeal also closed already. They withdraw, my lord. So for today, my lord, matter may come after 2 weeks.
And in the meanwhile, Lordship,
the issue to be heard here is the issue of maintainability.
Here, no longer. That issue no longer survives now. Lordship order has attained its finality.
Why has this come for admission hearing then?
Admission is earlier, prior to the filing of the second petition, we challenge his appointment. And that his appointment as a chief is still pending here. And the second issue which we had just mentioned now, that is with regard to his suspension only. So may I pray for today?
So then eventually the matter will be heard in the usual course?
Usual course after 2 or 3 weeks.
Affidavit to be filed and all those things?
Yes.
affidavit has already been filed, Lordship.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all the respondents
Come for hearing, in fact.
It become for hearings, I have no problem. After 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
But in my submission, the matter ought to have become infructuous.
It is not
Because
infructuous.
this is the first inquiry. Now we are facing the second inquiry. Same.
Different course of action. Different course of action.
Different course. Peculiar situation. Mr. H.L. Shangrisul, Leonard Senior Counsel, appearing for the petitioner. Matter is adjourned. This is after 3 weeks.
Item number 2.
My lord, I'm for the respondent number 5. Today I'm furnishing the death certificate to the petitioner.
Have you done that? Have you filed an affidavit?
No, not yet.
On
No.
record
I'll find the due course of the thing.
I think you should also give the names of the
So far, due to this thing, Pro Network could not communicate the clients. So in due course, I'll just
because they will have to take steps. No?
yes, they have to. But it'll take time for this thing because due to the Pro Network could not obtain the list of this thing.
So in that case, if there is no objection by the parties, then we will accept the death certificate and confirm the device of the respondent. And now the next step is for you to take steps for substitution. Instead of going to, if I ask you to file an affidavit, then the next day, all that just take time. So you produce it. You are paying for?
Respondent number 5 for the deceased thing.
Ms. Sankija, Leonard Counsel, appearing for the respondent number 5, has produced copy of the death certificate as far as the respondent 5 is concerned. The same is brought on record and marked as annexure X. The veracity of the certificate is not objected to by the petitioner and the other respondents concerned. It is therefore brought on record. It is therefore confirmed that the respondent 5 has since expired. Date of death is not given here.
Today, Your Lordship, 8/8/2023. Just below the name of the deceased.
Oh, yes. Kunuto? On 8/8/2023. Letter counsel for the letter counsel for the petitioner submitted that he may be allowed to take steps for substitution of the respondent 5 in these proceedings.
It will be recorded, Your Lordship, that he'll furnish the names because he hasn't furnished the names, Your Lordship.
The letter counsel for the respondent 5 is also requested to furnish the names of the legal heirs of the deceased respondent 5. On pyramid, this is matter after 2 weeks.
Items 2 to 6 are connected, my lord.
Same order?
Same order, my lord. Much obliged, lordship.
Obliged.
Item number 7.
My lord, item number 7, my lord. Here I appear for the state respondents number 1. So, my lord, we have not filed our affidavit so far, my lord. My lord, we have been informed that there is another proceeding pending before the lower court, my lord. So, my friend will be in a better position because they are the parties, the private respondents are the parties in that proceeding, my lord.
Lordship, this concerns the Langrenship, which those earlier matters. Now, one of the grounds of the complaint is regard to the release of the compensation. Now, that is the question of the repetition here. So, Lordship, grant us some time, Lordship.
So, the prayer here is for release of the compensation.
It's relating to the release of the compensation of 14 crores.
Yes.
So that is one of the grounds that they taken in the complaint. That is one of the primary grounds.
What are you saying about proceedings before
No,
the
and another proceeding is pending in civil court in Maukarwat, Lordship.
same subject matter?
Same subject
Then
matter.
why?
So, my lord, in which my friend, the private respondent,
I
they
am-
are a
I'm
party
also
and they're well
appearing in
aware.
that.
So, due to
It's a
which, my
title
lord,
suit.
there has been some difficulty on our part also
So,
to
but
file the affidavit.
why are you approaching this court then?
My lord.
If the matter you see is reasoned by the by the
Civil court, Lordship.
by the civil court,
Yes.
perhaps it would be the special judge land acquisition.
No, they have not filed by way
Okay,
of
okay.
acquisition
So
proceedings.
before civil
By way
court.
of suit, Lordship. Yes.
Lordship, this matter is regarding the illegal release of compensation, like where
Okay.
the matter is still pending in civil court.
Then why
we are
you see?
filing
Then it
this.
becomes the publicity of proceedings, and whether a writ can be filed in that regard.
So, my lord, because of this reason, there was some difficulty from our side also to give the instruction also. Though we have received, but then, my lord, since there are other proceedings also which are also going on side by side. So that is the only reason why there has been a delay on our part to file the affidavit also.
Because the moment you file your affidavit or all the pleadings are completed,
my lord,
then we can take up the
My lord.
that, and then decide on the issue of maintainability.
Maintainability,
Lordship.
my lord.
Let it come after 3 weeks, so Lordship will take necessary steps.
Have you filed your counter?
No, Lordship, I have not filed.
So all the respondents have not filed.
No,
No, my lord.
Ms. Arkoni, Leonard J, appearing for the respondent number 1, has sought for some more time to file the counter affidavit, which could not be done so today. Similarly, Mr. Manupio, Leonard Counsel for the respondents 2 and 3, respectively, has also made a prayer for the counter affidavit to be filed within the next 8 weeks. As paid for the parties, this is matter up to 3 weeks.
Very good.